Hello, my name is Tia and this is Soul Serenity Tarot. Thank you for joining me with this pick a card reading. I haven't done a pick a card reading in a hot minute, and I had gotten some new decks over the weekend and last week. And so I really wanted to kind of try them out. I've got my juju, my energy all over them, and I thought I would do a pick a card reading. This is something that Spirit kept telling me today. Now, normally it would be, you can pick one, like card 1, which would be this card, 2 or 3, right? But Spirit keeps telling me that if you're not energetically drawn to one of the cards, because I'm not showing what the cards are, and I will be drawing the other cards. Spirit wants me to have you pick a number between 1 and 9. And I will post down in the bottom what number correlates with what pile. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, and whatever the first number between 1 and 9 is that pops in your head, that's your number, okay? And look below, whatever that number correlates with whatever pile, either pile 1, 2, or 3, that's the pile you're gonna listen to and watch, okay? I mean, if you want to listen to all of them, that's fine. But this is what Spirit kept telling me all day today, honestly. Like, I was working and they're like, you have to do a pick a card. You have to do a pick a card and you have to do it like this. I'm like, okay. So, the decks I'm using, the main cards I pulled are from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. Beautiful, colorful deck. I do love all the Wild Unknown decks. And this is actually my second Wild Unknown. I have the archetype cards as well. And so this is I have pulled my own cards with this deck, but I wanted to start a pick a card with this deck. The tarot I'm using to clarify is the Astera Tarot. I'll show you the boxes because I feel like these decks are just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So this is the Astera Tarot. I'll probably see if there's any reviews online too, and if not, I'll maybe do some deck reviews. And then I have Oracle deck here as well, the Earthly Souls and Spirit Moon Oracle. I was very drawn to some ethereal stuff this weekend, apparently. I love art. I'm an artist myself when I have time, honestly. Life goals, making my own tarot deck and oracle deck, or maybe like a combined deck. But for now, I'm okay with using other people's artwork and imagery. I love reading the imagery. So, all right, back to the cards. Back to your number, right? So look down below in the description. I'll have these, the times down there below, so you know what, like if it, when pile 1 starts, pile 2 starts, and pile 3 starts, and just see whatever number you picked between 1 and 9, it'll correlate with whatever pile, and then you can pick the pile and watch it. All right. So I'm going to start with pile 1. I'm just going to move these cards aside. So for this pile, the card you got is the Uncreated. This is a beautiful card. There's like a gemstone in the middle, and it's like in space. The area around it, I think, is supposed to mean, is supposed to represent like nothingness. And I keep getting this energy that you're in this space right now where anything is possible. Like, you are truly limitless. It's funny because this is one of the cards I pulled for myself when I had first started kind of tinkering with this deck. And it's like, right now, maybe your energy is very similar to mine, where you're in a space where you can kind of write your own future, or your future is not written yet, right? Like it's a bit of a mystery. You don't know what's going to happen. You just know that maybe you're in the right spot. And so, yeah, this is the card I got for you. I keep hearing like limitless potential, opportunities are limitless. Like, you're just in this void of nothingness. There is a gem here though. So it's not like, it says it's uncreated, but the gem is already created. It already exists. And that's like you. Like, everything that you've went through, everything you've experienced up to date, till this day, to this moment, has created you. Just like all the pressure and all the minerals and elements have created this gemstone, right? It's the same with you, with me, with everybody. Like, we've all endured all sorts of stress and events, like the ups and downs of life, right? We've all experienced joy and pain and sadness and contentment and all of these different things. And all of the events and all the experiences of our life have created us into each a unique gem. We're each very unique and different. And at this point, all of your experiences have culminated to this point. And from here, what you do with all of that, it's limitless. It's like it's almost like the energy that you have, everything and anything around you is like at your disposal. It's like life is at your fingertips right now. And Spirit keeps telling me, like, a lot of you who have picked this card, it's like you're in an energy where you can get what you want. Yeah, that's awesome. Freaking awesome. Okay. Let me pull some tarot for you guys. All right, Spirit. Pile 1. What does Pile 1 need to know here? What spirit messages do you have for Pile 1? Angels, guides, ancestors. All right. I have the 10 of Wands reversed. This is the card upright. This is the card in reverse. For a lot of you, I just see that you've experienced your fair share of hardships, right? Like, you've carried so many burdens to the point where, like, you've wanted to give up. I think a lot of the people who picked this card have gone through depression, have anxiety, and it's this energy of, like, when is life going to turn around for me? When are things going to get better? That's what I keep hearing. When are things going to get better? And because this is the 10 of Wands card, this tells me that any burdens that you were previously carrying, anything like where you just felt overwhelmed and frustrated because you've had so much stuff on your plate, that energy is washing away here in February. Yeah. It's like you realized, for some of you, you realize that you don't need to be carrying all that shit around all the time. You don't need to have all the burdens on your back. It's not your responsibility. Maybe you're having a lot of stress at work and it dawns on you that, you know what? I'm not the only one who works here. I don't need to be carrying all this shit on me. Like, it's that kind of energy. It's like you have this epiphany. Spirit keeps showing me the Tower card with the lightning bolt. Like, ta-da! You have this epiphany, like, you know what? This isn't all me. And honestly, whenever I definitely get frustrated. I have a newer job and I'm still learning the ropes, and I do get a lot of stuff put on me as well. And sometimes I have to step back and be like, okay, in a week from now, is this crap gonna matter? A month from now, a year from now, is me having all of this stress, me carrying all this burdens, is that gonna matter? No. What is all the stress doing to me now? It's freaking, like, if you're going through a lot of stress, or you're coming out of a situation where there's a lot of stress, just think about that. What is the stress doing to you? What is it doing to your health? What is it doing to your home life, your family life? How are you treating others around you, right? And I feel like if you haven't broken away from all of those burdens and what you're carrying, I feel like you will. Like, Spirit keeps telling me to remind you to look at what's important. Stop fussing. Spirit, you're like, stop fussing over the peddly shit, like over the dumb stuff. That shit doesn't matter. It really doesn't. That shit doesn't matter. The piddly crap, the day in, day out, stupid shit, it doesn't matter in the end. It doesn't. but it affects you. You're allowing it to affect you, and Spirit doesn't want that. And if this, like for some of you, I think this 10 of Wands is upright. I think you're still carrying burdens, and Spirit's like, no, you got to drop those burdens. You got to let that go so that you can make room in your life, right? All of the space for you to be and do what you want, so that your life is limitless. So it's nothing but potential, because you've existed all this time, went through all these experiences, and it is time for you to grow into something different, right? Or to grow bigger and grow better. I mean, the gemstone's beautiful already. We're each very beautiful, you know, based on, you know, how we exist, how we live, how we treat others, what we've gone through in life, right? We all are a unique expression of the same energy, right? Because we're all on borrowed energy. This is a big thing for me. I always tell people that, like, our energy is borrowed and our time is limited. And we're all an expression of that same energy, but we've all gone through different things. And it's how you handle all of that, right? That helps you form into the crystal you are, into the gemstone. That's the difference between becoming pyrite and becoming quartz, right? I mean, it's all minerals, but the minerals might be slightly different. The pressure might be different. The temperature might be different. The moisture might be different. Where geographically the elements are located might be different, right? But we're all unique and beautiful in our own way, and we're all a unique expression of what we've endured in life so far. And this card is saying to me, it's screaming that life is wherever you want to go. Like, you get what you want now. You've endured enough. It's time that you get what you want. Next card I have, it's the Seven of Swords reversed. So I'll show this to you upright. Again, this is a brand new deck for me. I mean, I've got my juju all over it. I've handled it. I've played with this a little bit. I have not done any readings with this, so I am learning this deck just like you guys are seeing me do this. But now, normally Seven of Swords. Oh man, Spirit's fabulous tonight. I have just the best connection with Spirit. This is why they wanted me to do this tonight. Okay, so normally the Seven of Swords is about, it could be about being strategic. It's about planning. It's about all of this stuff, right? But it's in reverse. And now some people say it's like deceitful energy, or the Seven of Swords could be bad. I don't see it. I don't always see it as bad. It depends on the other cards around it. But because you have this card of burdens by it, I feel like it's you kind of looking at life and being like, I need to let this shit go. Like, it's you like making a choice to do something different. And sometimes the Seven of Swords represents someone collecting swords off a battlefield to end the war. And it's literally the energy I kept seeing with this. It's like you've collected the swords off the battlefield so that you can end this war, right? You don't want to be at war anymore. You're done. You're done with this battle. And you can see that this raccoon here, he's outside of like some sort of encampment, right? And it's like he's collected all the weapons. He's like, this is definitely about you not letting other people, letting stress, you're not letting all this shit hold you back anymore. You're not letting other people's opinions of you hold you back. You're taking all these weapons that people hold against you, and you're going to stash them. You're going to throw them in the bottom of the river somewhere. You're going to put them, you're going to bury them. You're going to put them somewhere where no one else can find them, okay? Like, this is what Spirit keeps telling me with this, is you're taking people's power away. And it's not that you're taking people's power. It's like the power they have over you. You're taking that away. I just had an epiphany about my own life, so give me a second. I love when that happens, because obviously sometimes when I hear something from Spirit, because I messages from Spirit, they either come to me through like a download, and then I'm like, blah, 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 or it's like I'm hearing, and this is like, it's like they're screaming this at me. It's like someone is like, this is it. This is what you need to know. That's how, whatever angel or guide is talking to me tonight is like, they're on it. Okay. But yeah, you're not allowing other people to have an effect on you like you used to. Because in the past, I feel like you felt like you had to please other people. You felt like what other people thought of you mattered, what other people would say about you, or how, like if just like, it's like you're not part of the popular crowd, and this popular person's opinion matters of you, and then because they say something, everyone else looks down on you or whatever. It's that's not the case. Like, you're taking that person's power over you away. And you're like, F you. I don't care what the hell you think of me. Go fly a kite, psycho. Like, honestly, people who have opinions of you, especially if it's a negative opinion of you, it's because they're hurting, and hurt people, right? Some people just don't know how to behave, and they don't know how to act like adults. And I personally had an experience. This is why I had to stop and listen to Spirit, because I knew they were talking to me about this. This is probably definitely my pile without even trying, but not that I thought I was going to get messages tonight. I try to keep my energy out of it, but I recently was in a team meeting, like on Teams, it's almost like Zoom, and I had someone who was very aggressive towards me and was like verbally attacking me in front of a whole bunch of other people. Okay, in front of my boss, in front of their boss, in front of their boss's boss, in front of all of these people, and I cried. I was so upset. I was humiliated, because to me, I'm like, not only was it disrespectful, not only to me but to everybody in the meeting, but it was also to me, I was very embarrassed. And I didn't understand why someone could act that way when we were in a team meeting trying to work as a team to solve a problem. Okay. And that's why this message is for me, because all of you guys, because whoever picked this pile, whatever number you picked that correlates with pile 1, you need to know that if people have power over you, it's because you're letting them have power over you. And you need to take their freaking sword away. You need to take their sword away. Their words, doesn't matter, right? It's just like this 10 of Wands, right? A week from now, a month from now, a year from now. Is that crap going to matter? No. Is that person who said those things, are they still going to be miserable? Are they still going to be Scrooge McDuck? Yes. Their life is still going to suck. They're going to suck because they can't get over their own shit, and they have to take it out on everyone else. But that's not us. That's not you. That's not me. We're above that shit. Okay. Spirit says I need to pull another card. They're like, move on. All right. So I just pulled the Empress card. It did come up in reverse. So to me, this is saying that we're all divine. We're all part of the same, like I said, we're all an expression of the same energy. And I think that some of us are afraid to express that. We're afraid of rejection. We're afraid we're not good enough, right? We're afraid of the type of reaction that we get from other people. And Spirit's like, no, nuh-uh. Like, if you look at this card and this card, and the uprights here, there's like this light emanating from both beings, right? From the whale and from the Empress. And it's like, again, everyone's a unique expression of the same energy. We all, it's like we're all unique gemstone, right? Like going back to the very first card, we're all unique and we're all beautiful and different, and we should own that. That's what makes us amazing. And Spirit's like, yeah, you can turn this Empress around, because whoever's hearing these messages, you know you're a damn Empress. Or Emperor, you know, if you're a guy. You're a creator. Like, Spirit's like, I need to say that some of you out here, out in the YouTube universe, watching this video, you're creators. And Spirit wants me to tell you guys to get creating. That will help. That will help you build your limitlessness, is creating. And to be a creator, whether it's of art, of music, of food, right? Anything where you're creating something out of nothing, a drawing, writing a book, anything like that, where you're taking an idea and you're turning it into a physical manifestation, that's brilliant energy. That's what that limitless energy is. It comes from the solar plexus, from the belly area. It's creative energy. And I just keep saying, like, Spirit wants you to grow that part of your energetic field, is your solar plexus. They want you to be creative. And I think for a lot of you who are watching this, you are. And maybe you haven't drawn anything in forever because work has you strapped down and you got the 10 of Wands, you're carrying all these responsibility and burdens. Spirit's like, you need to get back to creating. You need to birth your ideas. Because I feel like a lot of you have all these ideas and they're just spinning around in your head over and over again. And Spirit's telling me, like, one of these ideas is what's going to get you on a new path, whatever that is. If you're doing tarot and spiritual work, if you're, an artist, a musician, anything where you're a cook, writing a cookbook, I don't know, writing poetry, whatever this is, that I'm just being guided to tell you to allow your imagination to grow, like allow your imagination to go wild, grow your creative energy, grow that solar plexus energy, because it's like it'll emanate from you. This sun, it's like the sun, this bright yellow light. I keep seeing this bright yellow light. It's like the sun, and it's just going to emanate from you. And it's like you're going to be on fire and nobody's going to be able to stop you. It's like you're going to be a comet through the sky. A very interesting, Spirit. All right. I'm going to pull... Okay, Spirit says 3 more cards. All right. I never know what's going to happen with some of these readings, so I apologize if this is going to be a really, really long video, but I feel like you guys all need to hear this. The Hermit reversed, so I'll show it to you upright. And this is reversed. So Spirit's saying you're done. You need to be done thinking about this. You need to be done just pondering all this crap in your head. Like, you know what you need to do. You know what you want to do. Spirit's telling me, you know what you want to do. Just freaking get out there and do it. Take action. Quit thinking about it. Quit spending all this time in your mind. Okay. Apparently those are the last 2 cards. So... And this one originally felt reversed, but then it flipped around upright. So I'm taking this upright, and this card was reversed. So the card I got reversed was the Ace of Swords, and I'll show it to you upright. But this is how it came. And you can see there's a sword through a corpse. It's through a human skeleton. Looks like it went through the abdomen, which is ironic because I was just talking about building your solar plexus, right? That abdominal energy, that bright yellow, beautiful, like sunlight energy, that creative juice. And when you just think about something and you don't take action, that energy is dying away. Okay, this is what this card is showing me. That energy just dies away. It goes to waste. It goes to waste. And some of you guys, you keep telling yourselves all this negative stuff, like maybe I can't do it, or I don't have time, I have to be an adult, I can't do what I want to do, I don't, like all this excuses, constantly making excuses why you're not doing something. And Spirit's like, quit that shit. Just stop. Think about this, okay? There's a book out there, I can't remember what it's called, but it was something to do with older people when they're like dying on their deathbed, like the advice they gave to somebody, and then this person like made this whole compiled book about this, and it expressed that we should all live life like it's our last 80 days. Like it was very specific, like if you know you're gonna die in 80 days, what would you do? What would you do with your life if you died in 80 days? Would you be sitting around here with a sword in your chest instead of putting this upright and starting this new opportunity, taking an adventure, creating something? creating a new path for you, getting whatever the heck you want, right? Because this new path that you're going to create, it's like whatever you want. You get to make it. You get to decide. If you're going to sit here and make excuses, when you get to your deathbed in real life, you're going to be like, why the hell didn't I do that shit? Why did I think all this other crap was so much more important? Why did I think these burdens were important? Why did I think that people's opinions of me was important? Why didn't I express my creativity? Why did I hold that back? Why was I in my head all the time instead of taking action? Right? That's what you're going to think. So Spirit's like definitely keeps telling me, like, if you die in 80 days, what would you do? Would you take a vacation? Would you write that book that you've been dying to write for, no pun intended, but would you write that book that you've been wanting to write for the last 20 years? Would you put pen to paper and would you start writing that? Knowing that time is limited. Like I said earlier, this is kind of coming back to a loop. Our time is limited and we're all on borrowed energy. Spirit just was telling me that it's up to us to leave our mark on the universe. And we do leave a mark on the universe. Spirit keeps showing me this like us reaching out into space. And like, there's nothing, right? Just like this card, there's nothing. It's like we're a gem and we're surrounded by a void of nothing. But we can fill that void with stars. Like, what we do can affect the space around us. It can affect the whole universe. It is up to us to do that. It is up to us to make those decisions and to affect the space around us. We don't have to be a victim of circumstance. We don't have to be burdened by all this crap and live in this depressive, anxiety-ridden energy all the time. We can choose to go above that. We can choose to take people's swords away. You'd be like, no, you're not getting your sword back. Screw you. Bug off. I don't care what you have to say about me. I don't care. Take their swords away. So that you can live authentically and do what you want to do and make the life you want to make for yourself. Because Spirit is like granting you this. Whoever picked this pile 1, Spirit is granting you this wish. The last card I have is Knight of Swords upright. This is a fast-moving card, okay? Knight of Swords. This is like an action-packed. Normally this knight, he's like this rugged guy with a bear hat. It's kind of cool. Like to me, it's like he took away people's swords and now he's wielding them. he's like, screw you. Give me your freaking sword. And now he's wielding it, right? Like now he's taking control. He has the power of his own life. He's not letting other people take these swords and stab him in the back. I don't have a ton of swords here. He's not letting that happen. He's taking the swords. He's wielding them. He's creating the life he wants. He's cutting shit out of his life that doesn't suit him anymore, right? It's like he's in this barren forest and he's like just clear cutting whatever is in his way. He's making sure he has a path to what he wants. That's the reading here for you guys. All right. I am loving these cards. Holy buckets. All right. So now, okay, I'm going to keep this because that one wanted to go under the placemat and it's like, stuff like that happens for a reason. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards. Again, these are the Earthly, Soul, and Spirit Moon Oracle. I love the artwork on these. These are very like kind of Wiccan energy, which is all about manifesting, right? Which is fitting for this reading because you get to manifest whatever the hell you want here. You've endured enough. You get to take people's swords away. Okay, that is the top. I'm like, do I have these upright? I'm not going to read these in reverse anyway. Okay. Shut the front door. I love this. I love this. Okay. So, the first card I have for you is Abundance. How awesome is this? Right? This is all about you. This is all about the universe, spirit, your guides, angels, right? Because this is a message from them. This is very specific. I'm channeling these messages for you and using the cards as like a jumping point, right? But, and I'm listening to Spirit because Spirit's today. Abundance. You have abundance coming to you. If you, like I said, I feel like for a lot of you, you've been struggling a lot. You've endured a lot. I just get this energy that you've been like you're tied up, like a spool of thread. Like you just have had, the universe has got you wrapped tight, and you feel like you've gone through a lot of situations where you've been trapped. You felt like you've been suffocating. Like I said, I think for some of you, you have depression and anxiety. Like you feel like you're not in control of anything, any situation. You're very burdened. But the Spirit's saying that you've earned your dues. You've earned your dues. You've passed the test, and you have abundance coming to you. That's why Spirit is giving you what you want. You've passed the test. Whatever test the universe has put you through, Spirit, God, whatever you believe in, the angels, your ancestors, whatever this is, whatever, like I said, whatever you intuitively feel in your heart resonates with you, you've passed some test. And the universe is rewarding you by allowing you to use the energy of the universe to manifest something new for yourself. And it's only going to manifest if you take action. But they're promising you abundance with that. The next card I have is compassion. Now this, to me, as soon as I saw this card, I was thinking right away, this is about, like when I was talking about you taking away this, because it's right over, it's the middle card. It's right over the swords card here, where we were taking away other people's swords so that they can't hurt us anymore, right? Because we know hurt people. So this is Spirit saying that you can take away the power that people hold over you. You can take away you can take away the power of their words. You can take their, like I said, take their sword away. Take away, like what I experienced last week with a coworker, right? I'm the one who's allowing that person to have power over me. I'm allowing to accept that. If I accept that, I'm allowing that to affect me, to negatively affect me, because I experienced it and I was upset and I felt hurt and embarrassed and humiliated in front of other people. So I let that affect me. And Spirit was saying, like, you don't have to let other people's words affect you. At the same time, on the same coin, right? Just the other side of the coin. So on one side of the coin is the person who has a shit attitude, maybe doesn't think the highest of you, has nothing but bad things to say, real negative Nancy kind of energy, right? But on the flip side of that coin, that same person, you have to realize they've gone through shit too. They've gone through experiences. Maybe they're bitter and angry because they're having difficulties with their home life. Maybe their kids are unruly. Maybe they're getting a divorce from their husband. Maybe you don't know what's happening with these people. You just know the side of the coin that faces you, which is however these people are affecting you, whatever the negative, whatever they're saying to you, they're hurt in some way. It could be like envy or jealousy and stuff like that. But they're hurting in some way. They feel less than. This is always a lack thing. When someone lashes out, when someone's negative, when someone wants to bully or hurt someone's feelings, it always comes from an energy of lack. It always comes from like this energy that they think you have something they don't. Like, I'm just going to give an example. If someone lashes out at you and calls you a name or bullies you online, right? And maybe you post a picture of you're traveling or something and people are just negative about it. It's because they're envious and they're jealous because they didn't get to travel, right? They didn't get to go to the Bahamas. They didn't get to go to Costa Rica. They didn't get to see Mayan ruins. They didn't get to go to Egypt, whatever it is, right? And it's it's just, their words should not reflect badly on you. Their words are a reflection of themselves, right? So even the person that was upset with me and tried to make me, said nasty things that hurt my feelings, made me look bad, humiliated me, that's not a reflection of me. That's a reflection of that person, right? And because I know that that person's words are a reflection of them, Spirit wants me to show that person compassion. I know this is dragging out, so hopefully you guys enjoy listening to me. But I once read, I am a reader. I am a philomath. It's someone who learns all the time. And I once read a book about the people who need our love the most are the people that are the most wicked to us, okay? So, you know, if there's someone who's just getting under your skin all the time, right? Like maybe it's just someone who's negative at work and messes with the energy at work, or someone who always has something to complain about, or someone who's miserable all the time, and someone who's stuck in some sort of victim mentality, whatever it is, whatever gets under your skin, whatever, or, you know, people being negative and mean to you, whatever it is, and it drives you crazy, right? Instead of being upset with them, show them love. Like, even if you do it in your mind, be like, so-and-so, you know what? I love you. I'm sending you lots of love. I'm sending you love from your ancestors, from the angels, from guides. I want you to be guided into a better headspace. I want you to be guided into a better emotional space. You know, really be like, I love you. Because that person is just an extension of the same energy as us, right? As me, as you, as everyone. So show compassion. And then this was the card I was like, oh shit, that came through. This last oracle card. And it says create, right? How awesome. Right over the Empress card. Yeah, I'm going to say that's self-explanatory, right? That's just a reaffirmation of, you know, what this message is that you get to create your future. You get to build that solar plexus energy in your stomach, that creative energy. You get to have your creative juices flowing, create that mojo. You do what you want. Like I said, if you've always wanted to write a book, write it. You always wanted to have an art exhibit in a gallery, start creating art, right? Start getting your art out there. Start reaching out to art galleries, libraries, even anything where they do exhibits of art, and, you know, start putting your art out there. Doing art walks, anything like that, right? Taking cooking classes, going to school, back to school for something different, something that you'd be more passionate about, because maybe you're in accounting and accounting is burdensome, but maybe you've always wanted to open a bakery and make wedding cakes. You know, it's up to you. You get to have what you want at this time. Spirit is like very firm. You're limitless at this time. Whatever the energy is, however the stars are aligning, you are in this limitless space. There's a void around you, right? With that first card, here's a beautiful gem. You're formed absolutely perfect for this particular moment in time, and it's up to you to fill the space around you. It's up to you to create that, what you want that to be, what you want to do. Okay. All right, so card 1, that's the message I have for you. I'm going to move on before this video is 10 hours long. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye. All right, pile 2. So if you picked pile 2, or you picked a number that correlates with pile 2, this reading is for you. So the card I got is the moon. Right off the bat, Spirit is telling me that the moon is all about cycles. Like, it's hold on. Like, they're just showing me like all these cycles, like the cycles of the moon. I have it kind of on the back of these oracle cards I'm using, right? It's like the lunar cycle is always the same. And Spirit's showing me this because I feel like your life has gotten very predictable. And you have a lot of control over your life. This person's holding the moon in their hand. So Spirit's showing me like you're in a very safe space in life right now. You're controlling your life. You're in control of whatever your situation is. And it's like, you know the ups and downs, like you're prepared for everything. Like, it's almost like this, like, you're like the mom who This is so random. Spirit keeps showing me like the mom who overpacks the diaper bag for everything. Like you're prepared for everything that could possibly happen. Like, oh, baby craps through their diaper and you're like, oh, I'm good. I have everything I need. Like you're like over prepared, overstocked. You got like snacks for days in case the car breaks down. You have blankets, you have extra clothes, you have like you're super prepared in life, and you know like the stuff that can happen. Like you're prepared. You've been through it before, so it's like this cycle that you just know, and so you're prepared. You try to be in control of your life as much as possible because you're always wanting to be in charge of your life. You don't want some stray car to go into your lane, right? Like you don't. Like you try to prepare for the worst always because you want to be on the up and up if something were to happen. It's like Spirit's like showing me like a car veering into your lane unexpectedly, and like you have bumpers on your car, like the blow up bumpers in bowling. It's like, oh, like poof, like you're prepared. It's like you're always in this. You make sure that you're always in a safe space. It's really cool. Okay, Spirit's telling me something about the stars. Hold on. For some of you, like you're very inquisitive about the stars or research the stars or are really big into astrology. And maybe that's part of the planning too. Like you keep up on astrology. Like, okay, this year I have to prepare for A, B, and C. It's almost like the Farmer's Almanac where you're like, okay, I have to be prepared. Today's energy, like this planet's in retrograde, this planet's straight, like there's a trine between A, B, and C planets. Like you're prepared in that way. Like someone who's watching this video is definitely into astrology or astronomy or like into the stars, into space, very inquisitive about it. Some of you are I think are very just inquisitive, almost science-minded in like your research and studying and wanting to know, because I feel like you look at the universe and you're like, there's more to life than this. And I think because you put yourself in such a controlled bubble, you don't get to experience everything else that's around you, right? So like Spirit's showing me that you have your hand on the moon, right? Like you're holding the moon, you're holding your life, you're in control. So life is a cycle, right? Because they're showing me the lunar cycle, and like the ebb and flow of the tides. Like you're prepared for all of that, but you never venture past these cycles. Like you want to explore. There's more out there, and you're prepared for everything and anything. But like it's like Spirit is showing me it's like you're living by reading a textbook instead of living by traveling and experiencing things and trying new foods and stuff. Like it's like you read about someone who makes tamales, but you never eat a tamale, or you research about like astrological charts and things like that, and like, oh well, person would have A, B, and C qualities because they're an Aries sun and Taurus moon and whatever, right? Like it's like you know these things, but then you never put them into practice, or you never explore beyond that. Spirit's telling me for some of you, like you have so much knowledge that like you should be using it, because I think for some of you, you're not using it. Some of you are definitely like maybe a little nerdy. That's not a bad thing. It's not bad. I'm nerdy. I like I said, I'm always learning myself. I'm always like researching things and inquisitive and a philomath, which the definition of that is someone who lives to learn, right? So you guys are, for a lot of you, I feel like you're very, very brainy, very knowledgeable. Like I said, it's like you live in a book, but you're not living in the real world. I don't want to really say that, but you're not experiencing the real thing. It's like you read about it, maybe you watch it on TV, you watch a documentary, but then it's like you're not putting it into practice, or you're not putting yourself out there. Like But I keep seeing, like, some of you need to get your knowledge out there. Like, whatever you're researching, whatever you're into, conspiracy theories, or, you know, like, proof of other solar systems, or proof of other universes, or, like, you know, like studying string theory, or whatever it is that you're into, it's like you have all this information, and I keep hearing, like, Spirit saying, like, they want you to share it, and they want you to experience things. It's like, if you like gaming or you like watching movies, it's like, that's that's like stuff you like, that's your part of your normal cycle, that's your everyday. But experiencing it would be like going to a movie premiere, or going to Comic-Con, or going, doing something above and beyond, and like meeting the people who played the characters and seeing their costumes up, right, like close up, and those kinds of things. It's like really immersing yourself into the stuff that you study and learn about. Okay. Yeah, it's like getting out of the same old cycle. Like, I just keep, Spirit's just showing me a freaking, like, one of those front load washing machines, and it's like you're just going around and around, and I feel like you guys are like studying and learning, and like I said, I think if some of you are kind of nerdy, you're definitely like watch TV and read books, or like whatever it is you like to research and do, like you do that, but you never escape the washing machine. You're just staying in the same cycle, and you know what to expect, and you're prepared all the time. All right. Let's see what the tarot has to say for you guys. All right, Spirit, help me pull some tarot cards here for pile number 2, the moon pile. The people, I need advice. I need spiritual advice. I need anything, Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, whatever information you want me to speak. Okay. Shut up. Shut up. Now, this deck is the Astera Tarot, and it's a lot of animals and things in here. And I just pulled the Knight of Wands. And this person is literally in a boat fishing, looking at the stars. Shut the front door. I am really enjoying the readings I'm doing tonight. I'm not going to lie. I am so connected in here to Spirit. Okay. For a lot of you, yeah, I feel like you're stuck in this cycle, right? Like the washing machine, like I was talking about. But you're questioning, like, what else is there to life? What else? Like, what's my purpose? What am I doing here? Maybe that's why you're looking to the stars. Like, maybe you just feel like you're on a hamster wheel. Maybe that's what this circular cycle motion is that I keep seeing. It's like you're just on the hamster wheel. You're living every day. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You know what's expected of you, your job, paying bills, blah, blah, blah. And you're not, I just see that you're not living. Whatever that means to you, you're not living. You're not doing, it's like you're doing the bare minimum. You're just existing, but you're not living. Like this person, they're on an adventure. They're on a boat. They're fishing. They're under the stars. They're like studying the stars. There's like this, almost this bowl with a firefly in it. And I'm almost, it's like a big, it's like this, I keep seeing it's a light bulb. It's like, and there's like this huge fish under the boat too. So it's like, there's so much more to the world than what you see in your little washing machine, okay? There's way more in the world than what's in your washing machine. You got this big fish here, right? You would never see that, right? If you're in a boat in the water, are you going to see the fish swimming underneath your boat? Do you even know it's there? No, but this person's fishing. And this person, it's like they have this light bulb idea. Like I keep seeing this firefly above their head. It's like they have ideas and they're just they're going with them. Like, maybe they're learning something and like they get the aha moment, right? But instead of just being okay with that and then moving on to learning the next thing or just staying in their washing machine, it's like they're taking initiative. They're taking action to like live and experience things. Like maybe they're, instead of just like I was referring to before, how I keep seeing that you guys are like reading, like you're living by like watching TV or reading. Maybe you watch Food Network, right? And you watch shows about like different restaurants and things, and you're just like, oh man, I would love to try a burger from so-and-so place, or I would love to hit up the places like Guy Fieri goes, or you know, something like that, or I'd love to like try all these different food trucks or whatever it is. But you're on your couch watching Food Network. You're not doing it. And I just keep getting this vibe, like, get out of the washing machine, get off your couch, get your nose out of the book, whatever it is, because you're super smart, you're very knowledgeable, you have super control over your life. I feel like, I don't want to say your life is boring, because I don't think it's boring. It's just mundane. That's the word. It's mundane. It's like the same old all the time. But you feel safe with your world being the same old all the time. And Spirit's like trying to tell you, get your ass off the couch and do something. You only live once. You only live once. And you're missing out on the real deal. You're missing out on really living. Okay. Excuse me. That was quite a low burp. All right, Spirit, another card. What else? What else for pile number 2, the moon pile here? What else, Spirit? What else? There we go. Next card. Oh, the Lovers. Well, it's not really the Lovers. It's the 2 cups. This did come in reverse, though, you guys. All the green. All the green. I feel like some of you guys are geniuses, because, like, the color green is, like, isn't that a color of geniuses? It's like what Spirit's telling me. It's like, they're showing me, like, Bill Gates and, like, Steve Jobs. Like, in green. You guys are very smart. I'm not denying that. So, I feel like, again, I feel like you guys exist in your mind so much that you're not living. And I don't think you're allowing yourself to be around people. Some of you guys are definitely introverts. Maybe most of you guys are introverts that have pile number 2. I don't know. But I feel like this energy of like fear, like maybe you're not getting out and about and doing stuff because you're afraid to. You're afraid. Maybe you're afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of finding more than what you bargained for. Maybe you're afraid of finding answers to your questions that you weren't expecting. But I see here that I feel like a lot of you are lonely. A lot of you are lonely. Like, you have big hearts and you want to share them with somebody. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're just comfortable with living your life alone. Or, you know, it's very mundane. If you're with someone, I feel like you guys feel alone. Even if you're married, even if you've been married a long time. Again, I feel like it's this washing machine energy. Spirit just keeps showing me this freaking washing machine like I'm at a laundromat. And I feel like you guys haven't felt magic of another person in your life in a long time. Like, in this card, they have like these cups of like tea or hot chocolate or something. No, it's tea. There's a teapot. And they're like under the stars and moon, and it's romantic, and their tea is like magical. It's got all these like little sparkles over it. And it's like, Spirit was just saying, like, look at the magic. Look at the atmosphere of this card. And they're like, yeah, that's not you guys. That's not your life. You crave that. You want that. You want to feel loved. You want to feel wanted. You want to feel like you're not alone in the universe. Maybe that's why you look to the stars all the time. Again, there's stars in this card too. Is that a coincidence? No. But Spirit just keeps telling me you guys have to live a little. You have to live. You have to open up. It's okay to talk to other people. If you're single and alone, they were just showing me my nephew. My nephew is in his, like late 20s now, and his life is the washing machine. This is probably why they're showing me my nephew. But he's been burned by people. He's been burned by like trusting people and loving people, and so now he's become a hermit, like a recluse. And he lives his life through video games and TV, and isn't one experiencing the world, right? So this reading would definitely be for him. But I feel like if you're single and alone, even if you've been burned before, that you can't hold your past, the energy of your past, what happened to the past, you can't hold that against everybody who comes into your life. You can't hold that. You can't, backing up the train here quick. Spirit does not want you to hold on to that energy and use that as an excuse not to talk to other people or not to live your life. They don't want you to feel like you're not good enough, or, you know, like, and I know you guys aren't, I'm kind of getting this feeling like you guys are very avoidant. That's what I'm trying to express. Like you're avoiding issues by not jumping into anything. Maybe that's why you're not living your life. You're avoiding it because when you get out in the real world and you start living, you get off the hamster wheel, you start doing stuff, you start talking to people or meeting people, or you start when you start you don't want to put yourself out there. You like being invisible. Sorry, Spirit kind of gets carried away sometimes, and then I have to like pause the game because it's like, hold on, too much, slow down. Your head is in the clouds. Spirit keeps telling me, like showing me like you're in the washing machine. I'm gonna keep bringing this up because they keep showing this to me. But your head is in the clouds. Like you imagine a life like what you see on TV. You imagine what you read in books. It's like you're constantly thinking about it, but you don't take action to do it. Like maybe you watch like rom-coms, or like you read romance novels, and you keep thinking about like, man, you know, you get all swept up in your emotions and things, but then you're like, in the real world, you're like, yeah, that's not for me, bye. Like, I'm gonna go back to work. I'm gonna go put more books on the bookshelf, or whatever it is, you know, like, that you do for work. You're like, you just keep busy. I get this energy that you keep busy to avoid living your life. Because you don't want to get hurt. If you've been hurt in the past, you don't want to get hurt again. And maybe that's why you feel alone. Like, even the people that are in relationships or are married or been with someone for a long time or living even in a family dynamic, I feel like you feel like you're misunderstood. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're living in the clouds. You're living in your mind. You fantasize. You imagine what it would be like to go on a trip. You imagine what it would be like to eat squid out on a cruise ship somewhere. Maybe you imagine all these things, these possibilities, but you never take action. And instead, you stay kind of alone. You keep your heart to yourself. You just stay in your mind. Because you're afraid. You're avoiding. Okay. I'll get that one. Surprise, surprise. I got the Hermit card for you guys. Go figure. Go freaking figure. Wasn't I just describing that? Someone who's just in their mind thinking about things and not taking action? Yeah. Totally was just saying that. I feel like I jumped the gun on that one. So I'm going to pull another card because I really don't need to talk about that much more because I already just got done talking about it. What else, Spirit? Thank you for letting me know I hit the nail on the head with your messages. Okay. 2 cards. Okay. They want me to read the 4 of Swords first, and this came up right. 4 of Swords. shit. So there's like a rabbit just laying here in the middle of the card. Now, Four of Swords traditionally means like rest. Like you need to take a break. But the rabbit looks dead. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sugarcoating this. The rabbit looks like a sight for sore eyes here. Man, that's so heavy. I don't want to say that. Okay, I will say it. Spirit is telling me like some of you feel dead inside and you feel like, what the frick's the point of this? Like, what the frick is the point of this hurt? What the frick is the point of life if you're just stuck in a washing machine? Because you're avoiding pain. You're avoiding, like, you're fearful. You're afraid of taking action. Four of Swords is like the opposite of taking action. Like, you're not going nowhere. This is someone, like I said, stuck on the couch, stuck in the hamster wheel, someone who's prepared, someone who's living the same cycle over and over. You're not going beyond that. You're not putting yourself out there, and you're not living, right? Does this rabbit look like it's living? Does this rabbit look like it's living its best life right now? Does it? No. It does not. This rabbit is not living its best life. It's probably barely alive. Spirit's like, yeah, that's them. Whoever's watching this video, that's them. They're barely alive right now. Barely alive. Man. Okay. Okay, Spirit was just telling me that you guys, some of you guys are so intelligent and so aware of things that you prevent yourself from experiencing the bad stuff in life. Like, you're so smart, you're so aware of what's going on around you. You're aware of like what other people go through when they're living life. Like, you're aware of the pain, you're aware of them, like the trauma they experience, like kids with cancer and like all these bad things that happen to people. Like, you're so smart and you're so hyper aware of this stuff that it's like stopping you from living because you want to be safe. Like, you're keeping yourself in a bubble. You're keeping yourself in the washing machine. So, it's definitely a cycle, right? It's like you're in control of your life, like you holding the moon. The moon is like the washing machine. Very predictable. You like your life being predictable. You like it being the same. You do not like change. You like being in control. Even if it means you feel alone, even if it means you don't feel fulfilled, you feeling safe but dead inside, to you, is better than living life and possibly experiencing something negative. Okay, but get this. Okay, Spirit is telling me a lot of stuff here. But get this. If you never get off the couch, if you never get out of your washing machine, you never get off the hamster wheel, what happens when you're on your deathbed, when you're in your 80s? And ask yourself this. Are you going to regret the life you lived? Are you going to regret, if you were married to this person and you felt alone, that you stayed in a miserable relationship? Or that you didn't try harder to make this work better? Are you going to regret living in your head all the time instead of taking action and going out and experiencing life? Are you going to regret being dead inside your whole life? Like, you've wasted your whole life being dead inside. And then when it comes to you dying in real life, like your body dying, you're not going to want to die. You're going to be like, why in the hell did I waste all this time dying inside when I should have been living? I guarantee that's what's going to happen. Spirit is telling me to tell you this as like a warning. It is better. Okay, it's like the saying, it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved before. Okay? It's like that. It's better to have experienced things and to endured things and Allow yourself to grow, because even when we experience bad stuff, those are points of growth for us. Those are tests from the universe. They make us stronger. They make us better people. Not everybody wants to experience cancer. Not everyone wants to experience getting their teeth knocked out. Not everyone wants to experience getting evicted out of an apartment they couldn't afford. Not everyone wants to experience, not having car insurance and hitting a Lamborghini. People don't want to experience these things. They don't ask to experience these things. This is life. This is the ups and downs, the wavelength. Like everything is a wave. All energy is a wave. Well, that's life too. Life is just this big energetic wave. Ups and downs, ups and downs. But we're here because we're supposed to experience that. And if you're dead inside, like this rabbit, dead inside, and you're stuck in your washing machine, you'll be squeaky clean. Your life is squeaky clean, and you're in control, and your life probably looks perfect. But life is supposed to be messy. Life is supposed to be messy. It's supposed to be like the kindergartner with the finger paints, and and you come home and there's jelly and finger paints all over your wall. Like, that's what life is supposed to be like. Not like nobody even lives in your house. Because I've heard a lot of you, I keep seeing that your houses are like squeaky clean and very modern, and like you're in control of everything. I wish. You guys probably wouldn't like it at my house because I have a German Shepherd and he sheds everywhere. It's like the Wild West with all the doggy hair tumbleweeds all over the house. It doesn't matter. I vacuum, and then like 10 minutes later, there's one flying past me in my office. Like, what? Okay, but anyway, getting back on track here. It's better to live, even if life gets messy, even if you experience something that maybe you didn't ask to experience, you're still growing from that. You're becoming a better person. Every time you go through something, every time you experience something, it's better to go through that and endure and grow from it than it is to sit on the sidelines and just read about it happening to other people in a book or watching it happen to other people on TV, okay? The next card I have for you is the Six of Pentacles. This is a cool little mermaid holding the Justice scales here about balance. And she's got this fish, these two fish around her. This is definitely, so normally the Six of Pentacles, this is a card about generosity. This is about you giving to a situation or someone giving to you. But, I'm not getting that from this card. I'm getting that the universe is giving you the resources, and they're putting, like, your spirit guides and your ancestors, they're putting these brilliant ideas in your mind, like these imaginative stuff. They're trying to get you to to question your purpose. They're having you look at the stars. They're having you read up on stuff and explore things because they want you to experience life. They're setting you up. Spirit's telling me that they're trying to put these different opportunities in front of you, hoping it's like dangling a carrot in front of a horse, or hoping that maybe you'll bite on something. Okay. They keep providing you with opportunities to live your life, and they're trying to make it so you don't have to worry about your finances or that kind of stuff, because I feel like the universe is being very generous with you. They just want you to not be a dead rabbit anymore. They don't want you to be dead inside. They want you to live. They want you to swim in the depths of the ocean. They want you to go out in the middle of nowhere and go fishing under the stars. This card, they want you to have these brilliant ideas and to act on them, because this first card was all about this firefly over this person's head. It's these brilliant ideas and this firefly lighting up bright like a light bulb. And Spirit is purposely doing this. They're hoping that you will get out of your washing machine and live a little. Instead of staying in your washing machine, why not swim around in the entire ocean with the mermaid, right? They're providing you with everything you need to do this, to live, to actually live and not be stuck on the hamster wheel. Try to see. There's all these anchors on the coins here, and I can show you, but I don't know that you're going to see that fine of detail on my camera. And I don't have that long of arms. I have T-Rex arms, so you have to excuse me. But on the coins, there's these anchors. All the coins have anchors on them. And again, it's like this energy of like you're just being stuck. Like you're not going anywhere, right? When a ship puts its anchor down, it's because it's not going anywhere. It wants to stay put, and that's your energy. Like you just want to stay put. Even though Spirit is giving you these bright ideas and they're providing you with the resources you need to explore the universe and the world and to question things because you're so intelligent. They love that you're questioning life, but they want you to live it. They want you to feel the comfort of having somebody, not being alone. They want you to be able to trust people. They want you to be able to really, when you go outside, they want you to enjoy the sunrise and the sunset. They want you to enjoy nature, enjoy the different foods, right? Like going to different restaurants and enjoying different flavors of foods and things like that. Like really experiencing things, visiting other countries, traveling. And I feel like for a lot of you, you don't travel. I feel like you order in from the same restaurant all the time. Like you stick with what you know. You stick with what you know. I feel like whoever has reading too, I don't feel like you venture out past what you know very often. Maybe someone can drag you out sometimes. I feel like if a friend invites you to a party, you're like, you make an excuse not to go, and if they drag you, like you're so uncomfortable because it's different like they're pulling you out of your washing machine for a second and you can't handle it. It's like being like you live in a fishbowl, kind of. All right. One more tarot card here, Spirit. One more card here for pile number 2, the moon. Okay, and then the moon is also in tarot. The moon card is all about like secrets and hidden knowledge and like being in the dark. And Spirit was just reminding me of that. And they were showing me like you being in the dark, like this hermit in this cave, because it's like the moon can mean mystery. It can mean like there's way more than what's to the eye, and like that's what Spirit's like really telling me here is like there's a hell of a lot more to life than what meets the eye. I was in a shit if I got the moon card, but I didn't. I got the Ace of Cups, but it was reversed. This is the Ace of Cups upright, and this is reversed. This almost looks like the Three of Cups, like it's a party, but it's not. Like, I was like, oh, I was just talking about you going to a party, but no. Yeah. This is telling me that you're not living life. You're not experiencing life. Like, in the upright, look at these guys. Do these guys look like they're living in a washing machine? No. They're living it up. They're pouring the champagne. They got the bubbly. They're just having a great time. Like, the suds are flowing. They're laughing. Probably having a great conversation. Probably eating all the great, like, shrimp cocktail. And, in the reverse, this is like you, like, spying on a party outside your window to, like, a party happening across the street or something. Like, this is you not living this. This is you saying no to new opportunities, because the Ace of Cups it's an ace. So it's all about new beginnings, right? And because it's in reverse, it's like it's you saying no to new opportunities. Again, you're avoidant. You're avoiding anything new, anything different, anything outside your washing machine. But you're like envious at the same time. So it's like you're worried and fearful, and you don't want to get off the couch, and you don't want to live life. You're in your head all the time. But it's like sometimes you get envious of people. Like, why can't my life be like that? Like, maybe you see a car driving past. Like, when I was thinking about, like, you looking out your window watching someone, like, enjoying themselves, like, with some wine, maybe on a date or something. You're like, why can't that be my life? Or you see a car driving by, and you're like, that person's going somewhere. That person has a place to be. That person has a purpose. Why isn't my life like that? Well, your life's not like that because you're not You're not allowing it. You're avoiding that because you're afraid you're going to get hurt. You're letting fear trump anything you could ever do. You're putting fear in the driver's seat of your car. Okay? This is the best way I can explain this. You're putting your fear in the driver's seat of your car. And your car, and because of fear is constant, right? No matter what you're afraid of. And for most of you, it's like, I'm almost getting this feeling like you're afraid of being hurt. You're afraid of like being embarrassed. You're like, you don't want to express yourself. You don't like to talk. Like, you're afraid of people judging you. Like, there's all these fears. And instead of just being like, I don't give a crap about what other people think, or instead of being like, whatever, I'm just going to do my own thing and live my own life, you're like, you're so afraid. You'd rather keep yourself bubbled up. You'd rather stay invisible and avoid anything than even, it's like, I feel like it's even hard for you to enjoy certain things like that, because you're so afraid. I wonder what happened to you that made you afraid. I don't know. I feel like some of you guys probably went through some horrible stuff to make you so afraid to live that you want to stay stuck in your washing machine. Maybe rejection, maybe abandonment, maybe public humiliation. You'd rather avoid conflict than even taking the chance of going out and finding it somewhere. I don't know. Spirit's showing me that you're like this dead rabbit. That you're not living life. All right. I say start small, okay? And we'll get some advice cards here from this Early Souls and Spirit Moon Oracle. It's kind of a witchy deck. The first card I pulled, like the oracle was like right on with what I was picking up with the tarot and from Spirit. So, but I'm trying to get some advice for you guys because I don't like that this ended on the Ace of Cups in reverse. Like, you're not gonna take any action. Like, you're just gonna stay in the same state. Okay, so Spirit's saying for some of you that it's okay that you aren't confident, and it's okay that you're afraid. But your test in life is to overcome that so you can live. And like, Spirit's showing me like some of you doing like a telehealth thing, like like talking to somebody, talking to a counselor, because I think that some of these cards that like this Two of Cups that's in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse, maybe those can flip upright for you. Like, you can get into a more emotionally stable place. Since both cup cards, you have 2 cup cards here. I mean, your Swords card is upright, right? Wands is upright. Pentacles is upright. That tells me that like your headspace is good, your financial space is good. Even like what what you like to research and are passionate about, that's good. Your emotional side is not good. Your emotional side needs work. Whatever traumas you've lived through, whatever thing is causing you to avoid living your life, whatever happened, I feel like that's what needs to be healed. You need to be healing your emotional wounds. We want to get these 2 cup cards flipped upright because I want you to feel loved. I don't want you to feel alone. I want you to feel loved by other people. And then with the Ace of Cups too, that can also mean you loving yourself. And I don't think you do. Again, I feel like you feel dead inside. But I want you guys to like seek help if you need it. Talk to somebody. Find a counselor, or even like at your work, maybe you have like an EAP, which is like where you can get like free services for counseling and things like that, so you can talk to somebody. Maybe talking to a doctor, whatever it takes to get you to a point where you're maybe not stuck in a washing machine and stuck in fear. Okay? Spirit's telling me some of you guys aren't going to heed that advice, that you're just going to keep going and doing what you're doing. Bummer. But challenge yourself. You know what? Challenge yourself. What's the worst thing that can happen if you try to heal whatever this is and you try to live life for once? I mean, even if something horrendous happens and you're so afraid and worried about that, even if something horrendous happens, you're living. You're experiencing something different. You're doing something new. And you're going to get infinite more growth from doing that than you are from reading a book or watching something on TV. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards. All right, Spirit, I need 3 oracle cards here for advice. What information do you want me to, or advice do you want me to give to the people who picked this second card, the moon card? I need 3 cards, Spirit. 3 cards. 3 cards. 3 cards. And there's card 1. Two more cards. What advice do you have for pile 2 here, Spirit? What advice? Nope. Okay. One more card. There we go. All right, so drum roll, please. First card I have is faith. Sometimes you have to have faith that everything is going to be okay, right? You have to have faith that something's going to work out. Even if it's outside of your comfort zone, even if it's you doing something different that you normally wouldn't do. Sometimes you have to have faith in other people, that not everybody's going to be out to hurt you. You have to have faith that life outside of your washing machine is infinitely better than what you're comfortable with right now. All right, I don't have to elaborate anymore on that one. Second card is breathe. Yeah, this is just telling me you guys need to get out of your head. Right? You're the hermit all the time. You're always in your head. Spirit's telling me you got to get out of your head a little bit. It's like allow yourself to relax. Like I said, like in the beginning when I was saying like you guys are so prepared. You're like the mother with the overstuffed freaking baby bag. Like you have like 18 bottles in there and you got like snacks for days and you got like 1,000 diapers and blankets and extra clothes for a week and all this stuff. It's like you're so over prepared for what could go wrong. And it's like you're just in this hyper vigilant state. You're just in this like, I need to protect myself. I need to be prepared. I need like anytime, especially anytime that might be something that's out of the norm. I think this is why you don't like doing anything outside of your norm, outside of the normal hamster wheel, the cycles you do, because I feel like you're so hyper vigilant and you're so like, you get so worked up about things, about what could go wrong. And I'm just getting this like, take a chill pill, breathe, relax. You know, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, when you're picking your number, like just breathe in, breathe out, like, right? Sometimes to break out of the cycle, okay. Spirit's actually giving me a solution here. Sometimes to break out of this cycle, you don't have to think about big things, because I think you're stuck on thinking about like like huge things that other people do, or like, you know, like stuff that makes you very uncomfortable, right? Like, I would never go on a trip out of the country. There's so many things that could go wrong. Or you're like, I could never leave my job for something totally different. There's so many things that could go wrong. Like, I might not meet anybody that I like there. Or people might hate me, or people might be mean to me, or whatever it is. And so you're avoidant of those big things, those big changes. Well, sometimes the best thing we can do is, instead of planning or thinking about these huge monumental changes, these huge monumental things like a trip to Paris, or we're thinking about like these monumental things, these big expenditures, like spending all this money and you know, whatever is causing you heart palpitations and stress in your life, okay? You don't have to do something big like that. Sometimes we can put ourselves into, you know, we can stretch our comfort zone a little bit. Like, we can put ourselves in slightly uncomfortable positions that we can tolerate, that we can live through, and you get yourself acclimated to that stuff. So maybe if you're home all the time, and maybe you order, like I said, I keep seeing you guys having a really tidy house, like super squeaky clean, very much in control, and like you order from the same restaurant all the time. Well, maybe let's say you order Thai all the time, right? Like, you order Thai food, and it's from the same place. Instead of ordering takeout from the same place all the time and then never leaving your couch and watching TV, look online, Google it, and pick a different Thai restaurant that you've never ordered from before, and maybe order from there once. And maybe you like their food, maybe you don't. Is it a catastrophe if you like the original Thai place better than a new place? No, it's not. It's not a big deal. And then, you know, like, get yourself used to that. And maybe instead of ordering Thai food, maybe you order a pizza. Or maybe you order gyros. Something like that. Oh my gosh, my phone's like gonna die, and I'm like still on the card too. But you know, like, just start stretching your comfort zone a little bit at a time, right? And then before you know it, maybe you're going to find a different restaurant you like. And maybe you're going to decide one day, hey, I want to go out to eat. I don't want to stay at home tonight. And then before you know it, maybe you're doing other things where you're going out. Maybe you do go out to a party you're invited to. Maybe you go out to a baseball game. Maybe you go to the mall. Maybe you start doing other things. And before you know it, you're actually starting to live life, right? Baby steps. And I guess where I was getting with that is that for me, if I get overwhelmed and stressed with having a ton of things on my plate, I kind of like, I'll step back, and instead of being overwhelmed by all these deadlines that are super far in the future, or all these things I have to do and all this and that, it's like, okay, I step back and I'm like, what can I do in 24 hours? You got to look at things in a smaller perspective and not so big sometimes, because when you look at things in a big, huge perspective, it's very overwhelming. So just, what can I do in 24 hours? What can I do different in 24 hours? You know, like I said, it may be ordering from a different restaurant, or takeout from a different restaurant, or maybe you try like one of those food delivery places where they give you the ingredients and you cook your own meal, right? You try something different. Maybe you want to get healthy, but you don't want to go to a gym right away. Maybe, then just try Beachbody, or try a free trial of something, Les Mills or something, and see if you like it. If you don't like it, you're not committed to it, right? Take a free trial of something. Like, do that. Little things, and you can see if something's going to fit in your life or not, and you can move forward from there, right? And before you know it, you're trying new things more often, and you're doing different things, and maybe eventually you will take a trip somewhere. Maybe it's only like to a different state first, but then you find you like traveling, or maybe you're gonna like something. Maybe you like flying, and then you realize, hey, I do want to fly to Costa Rica or Bahamas or somewhere, right? Okay, last oracle card. Clarity. All right. So this card's beautiful. My goodness. So it's like, remember I was telling you about those ideas that Spirit's always giving you? Spirit's like this card and Spirit are like, ask us for help. They're just saying like, ask us for help. We will help you. It's like, I feel like they're the ones who are implanting some of these ideas in your mind. They're hoping that maybe you, like I said, it's like dangling a carrot in front of a horse. They're like hoping you'll bite. They're hoping that you'll do something different, or you'll get out of this dead rabbit energy. And they're saying to ask them for help, like to ask them. Now, I will say, if you ask for help to get out of the situation, they may end up putting you in an uncomfortable situation, because that's how Spirit works sometimes. They're kind of jack wagons at times. And I mean, everyone's like, Spirit is beautiful, angels are beautiful. They can put people in towers, right? Living life is all about learning lessons and growing. And we don't learn lessons when life is Care Bears and rainbows and glitter farts, right? It's like, we learn lessons when, you know, a loved one passes, or when, you know, someone comes down with an illness, or, you know, we get into an accident, and we learn lessons from hard stuff. And so sometimes when you ask for help, it's going to come in a weird way. And so I'm just saying, be careful what you ask for. If you want to get out of this funk that you're in, maybe ask Spirit to provide you with opportunities to explore, or to get out of your house more, or something like that. Don't ask to be like, hey, do something to get me out of this funk, because they might do something extreme, right? And they might cause you a tower moment, because to them, that's the best way to get you out of a funk. Again, think small. Think small first. But Spirit is here. They listen to you. They know how you feel. They know you're like, that you avoid problems because you don't want to feel hurt. So they want to be here to help you. And they're also saying to reach out to people in real life. Like, you can trust people. Like, you can trust friends. You can trust neighbors, you know, like, build relationships with people. Even if you're all alone and you don't know anybody and you don't have any relationships with anybody. I mean, you might have siblings. You probably have a parent. I mean, I guess that's not for everybody. Some people don't have anybody. But, you know, like, try to make connections. Because connections in the real world will take you really far as well. All right, that's the messages I have for you, pal number 2. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope it resonates. I'll talk to you later. Be sure to check out my my other videos too, because I do everything by the signs. I have money readings out, and I have the general readings for February. So if you're interested in that, those videos are on my YouTube. All right, see you guys. Bye. All right, on to card number 3. Sorry, I had to pause the video, take a break. I was just going to start card 3, and then my cat and dog came in my kitchen and damn near dumped my camera setup. So I had to chill them out, you know, calm them down a little bit. And because it's nighttime, they had zoomies. They love, it's a kitten and a puppy, by the way. Like, even though my German Shepherd's 9 months, he's still puppy. He's like a big kid. So yeah, now they're a little calmer, so I can continue. Anyway, if you pick the 3rd card here, you have the card Spring. And again, this is the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. So Spring is all about getting out, you know, like moving forward from a stagnant time. I feel like you might be in a stagnant period or stagnant time right now, like where you feel like life is stagnant. I mean, it is winter in the States. I'm in Wisconsin, very much winter time here, unfortunately. So it might be kind of like that, where you're just feeling like you're over winter and you're wanting it to warm up a little bit. But I think it's more like you're in a winter phase of your life. Because we all go through different phases in life, right? Like, with spring, because this card is all about like stuff warming up and stuff getting more active, and you know, things are happening in our lives and we're growing, right? Because spring is all about growth. It's about change. It's about developing and evolving. And spring's a beautiful energy, and then that leads into summer, which is always reminds me of the Sun card, right? It's like happiness and you know, like lots of excitement, lots of things going on in the summer. But then in the fall, things start to slow down again. and maybe there's some loss, or you know, or you end up losing something out of your life or something like that. Things just slow down. Obviously fall, there's some decay because leaves fall and they decay, but it's like a necessary period, right? And then we get into winter phase, and winter, I feel like you guys are in winter right now, because I feel like I just feel like there's this stagnant energy, and I feel like you guys are just like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in winter. I want spring to come. Like, when is something going to happen in my life? That's the energy I keep feeling. Like, you're like really excited for springtime. But yeah, winter is a stagnant period. And I definitely feel like you're in some sort of a stagnant phase right now. I do see that you have a positive outlook though. Like, you know, you're not going to stay in a stagnant phase. Like, you know, you're not going to stay in whatever this is. Now, some of you may actually be like, feel like you're in the winter of your life. For some of you may have retired. You may have like lost your job, or like lost someone close to you. Like, you went through the fall phase, and now you feel like maybe you're kind of lost. You don't know what to do with yourself. You have all this time on your hands, and you're not knowing how to expend it. Like, you're waiting. You're just waiting. Like, spirits keep showing me like daffodils and like tulip bulbs and stuff. Like, you're anxiously waiting to pop up out of the soil when the snow melts. Like, I just get that energy. It's a beautiful energy, let me tell you. I also keep seeing that you guys are very involved in nature. Like, you love nature. I just keep feeling like the sun on my face. Like, my face feels warm right now. Like, the sun is just beating down on my face, and it's like when you close your eyes and you can see the sun through your eyelids, and your eyelids are like red and pink, and you can feel the breeze, and you see like the sunlight kind of flutters with the, like, when the wind blows the leaves in the trees and things like that. And like, that's the energy I see that you're craving. Like, you love that energy. So I definitely I love that. But I definitely see that you guys, that the people of pile 3, that most of you are like nature lovers. I think you guys like to go hiking and skiing and snowshoeing and like mountain climbing, or, you know, even if you're like, I think you guys like to even go to the gym and do climbing in the winter and stuff like that. And maybe that's part of this, like, you know, like, I just wanted to warm up so I can go exploring the world again. But I definitely get this energy that you guys like to be outside. Before I even was starting this reading, I kept picking up that some of you guys might be like witches, pagans, or Wiccan, or something like that. I feel like a lot of you guys garden, and I just kept seeing like someone like gardening herbs and like using herbs for like tinctures and teas and healing, like spiritual healing stuff. And Spirit kept telling me thistle, and I don't know what that is. I don't know, like, I'm thinking it's a flower. Is it a purple flower? A thistle? Like, I kept hearing, like, I don't know, wolf thistle? Something. If that resonates with any of you guys, let me know, because I don't know what that is. I'll have to Google it after I'm done recording. But I keep seeing, like someone just out in nature, gardening, and specifically, like, different herbs and, like, wild flowers, or, like, prairie flowers, or something like that. What else? So on this tree, there's like these 5 circles, and they're like sequins. I keep thinking that they're gems, and the energy I'm getting off of that is that you guys, you have a very positive outlook. You're very optimistic. Like, you're a glass half full kind of folk. You're not, like, it's very optimistic. And I feel like your energy is very contagious. I think you guys are, maybe some of you may be extroverted, but otherwise I feel like if you're not, people just are generally drawn to you. Like, you have a very sunny, happy disposition, and you're just very fun to be around. I think you guys are almost the life of the party sometimes, where people are just drawn to you. But I just see that you guys are very, very positive here. And you just have a way of looking at the world and looking at life as like being magical. Like I just see that like sparkle. Like everywhere you go, there's sparkle. Like life is miraculous and wonderful and beautiful, and you really take time out of your day to see the beauty in life all the time. Whether it's like a sunrise or a sunset, you guys love seeing the beauty in life. I feel like you love experiencing life, which is like the exact opposite of card 2. Yeah, and you're not going to let this winter, like, I feel like you have a very positive outlook and mindset. I don't feel like, even though you're in a winter phase right now, because I do feel like that, I feel like this is coming for you. I don't think you're in this phase. I feel like this is coming. Like, this is around the corner for you guys. And I will pull tarot here to clarify that, but that's the energy I'm getting. Okay, and then the number here is 17 on the top of the card. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is generally the strength card. So I feel like you guys are pulling through, like through this phase in life, and you are staying strong. Like I said, you're very optimistic. I just keep saying like that you're optimistic. Whatever this winter phase is, whatever has caused you to kind of go down and like to feel like you're at the bottom of the hill and you have to climb back up, and which is spring. I feel like I don't feel like you're hurt, like you're all that upset or hurt about it. You're just like in a hurry to get through it. Spirit is showing me like that someone may have some medical situation happening right now, like cancer or something, where you're down, but you're like you're not looking at it as like a near death thing or like you're surviving a survival thing. You're just like, yeah, whatever. It's just a glitch. It's like it's just a blip of my whole life, right? It's just like this one little piece. I'm not letting this define me. That's what Spirit's saying. You're not letting this moment define you if that's what you're going through. For others of you, I do feel like maybe you're retired. Like you've retired from a job, and retirement is not what you thought it was going to be. You thought you were going to be more active or more involved, or you were going to be able to spend more time with people, and you're not. So I feel like you guys are, like you're like, no, I got to get back to work. I got to get myself busy again. But whatever it is that you're going through, I feel like you're doing it with class. Spirit's just like, yeah, they're classy. They're doing it with class. They're top-notch, grade A. Like, you guys are survivors. You're not letting this like damper your spirits at all. Whatever the situation is that has you in this winter. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. Okay, Spirit, what do people need to know? The people watching this video that picked the spring card. What advice do you have for them, Spirit? Okay. First card I have is the Knight of Wands, upright. Now this card, this knight is walking with a bear in winter, right? Just trudging through the snow, just trudging through day by day. This is your energy right now for sure. For sure. Because that's what I keep seeing. Is like you guys are in this winter phase and things maybe kind of look gloomy, but you're staying strong. Like I said, the 17, 1 plus 7, that equals 8. And that tells me that you guys are tough, that you're staying strong. So whatever this winter phase in your life, you're taking every day one day at a time. You're pushing through. Like this guy's walking uphill in the snow. It's like like what your parents would tell you, like about their like back in the day when they had to walk to school. They had to walk to school uphill both ways, barefoot in snow. Like that. That's the energy I'm getting off this card. Like you guys are trudging through whatever this winter phase is. You're keeping going. Like you're staying strong. You're like the bear, right? I know traditionally on the strength card you have a lion, right? I actually have one deck that has a snake on the strength, a snake and a mouse, and the mouse is representing the strength. But to me, like this bear is definitely the epitome of strength. Like, a bears typically hibernate in the winter. too, right? And this bear is not hibernating. He is like, no, I gotta keep going. I gotta get stuff done. I don't have time to rest. That's your energy. For sure. That's your energy. I feel like you guys are like, nope, I don't have time to rest. I want to stay busy. I like being active. I like having a lot of stuff to do. And I'm going to keep going. Like, you know, I feel like you guys are continuing on like nothing's happened or nothing's wrong. Again, you're very optimistic, because if you weren't optimistic, and you were this bear, you'd be hibernating. You'd just be like, either you'd just be like waiting until spring comes, like waiting until something else happens in your environment to where you have the green light to move forward, or you, like either you'd be hibernating or you'd maybe be traveling a different direction south, you know, like the geese going south for the winter, going where the climate's warmer and things are a little easier. But that's not what you guys are doing. You guys are not taking the easy road, and you're also not hibernating. You're not sleeping on the problem and hoping it fixes itself. Instead, you guys are walking uphill in the snow, taking it day by day, putting in the work. That's what I see. You're very strong. Like, whoever this reading's for, you guys are very strong. Like, very, very strong. No doubt about it. Very strong. Okay. Okay. So the next card I have is a Six of Swords upright. Now this looks like a very gloomy card, and it's actually a pretty positive card. Six of Swords upright is, it's like you're moving on to something new. So if you, for example, if your winter is that you've retired from a job, and maybe you feel like life is a little too stagnant or too boring for you, or it's like you're not seeing enough action, this could indicate that you're moving forward into a new direction, into something else. For some people, this could be you moving into calmer waters. Like the Six of Swords is generally moving away from conflict and moving into calmer waters. Because this is a Swords card, this is very much mental energy, or like thinking, communication, and I'm definitely taking this as more of a mindset. Like, to me, this card indicates that you guys are not stuck in a negative mindset. Like, you could think the worst. Like, whatever this winter situation is in your life, maybe it's something to do with a relationship, like a separation or a divorce. I feel like it's something where you feel down, or you could feel down, but you're not letting yourself feel that way. You're not letting yourself like hang out in the pit of misery, right? Spirit was just showing me, and I know I brought this up in one of the other one of the monthly readings, but it's like Spirit is showing me with this card, like the never-ending story, when Atreyu was trying to pull his horse Artek, and the horse stops and just sinks, like gives up, right? Like this is the energy, this gloomy, because both these cards are kind of gloomy, right? They're both kind of that wintry gloom energy, but definitely not the same as the spring card. But it's like you're not giving up, you're not stopping, right? This bear is not sinking in the snow, okay? Like you're not gonna stop and let yourself overthink something and put fear and doubt in your mind and then sink. Like, that's not what you're doing. You're choosing to take a different road. You're choosing to take a different mental path. Like, to stay mentally strong, you're choosing to stay optimistic. Like I said, I have the sequence, and I feel like seriously, like you have a way of looking at the world, like everything glitters. Like I was saying before, like everything is magic. And like Spirit was showing me instead of a bedazzler from the 90s, right? Like that weird gemstone tool that you could put like gemstones on your jean pockets, and people can put like gemstones in their hair and stuff. And I feel like that's like what you do for people. Like that's what you do in life in general. It's like you bedazzle everything. you make the world a brighter, happier place in general. I feel like that's just your energy. And so for me, even though this card looks gloomy, you're moving into calmer waters. You're moving into a clearer mind space where you're not dwelling on what's out of your control. You're not going to stay in the crazy, like, bubbling water, and you're not going to stay in the rapids. You're getting yourself out of that mental energy, because you're like, you understand, you're putting in the work, and you understand, like, okay, this is temporary. This season, no matter what's happening in your life, the season of winter is temporary. Because like I said, I get this energy that you guys are just like so excited for spring to come. Like you're like one of those spring bulbs, like a tulip or daffodil, and you're just like waiting for the snow to melt so you can like pop up really quick, and you probably won't even wait for the snow to melt, and you'll be already like shooting up and displaying your beautiful flower, because I just get that energy from you guys. Like you're very optimistic and generally very happy, and you're not letting this stop you or slow you down. Yeah, this card I have is the Five of Cups, but I got it in reverse. So this is a Five of Cups energy, and this is a card of like a guy crying into his like chalice, and he's got all these snakes around him. It's very interesting drawing, but it's in reverse. So Five of Cups upright would be you being really sad and upset. And again, I don't see that. Because you have the Six of Swords here, where you're moving into calmer waters, you're getting out of that negative mental space. You're not staying there. You're staying very optimistic and positive. You just keep on walking, and it's like Dory, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, or Thomas the Tank, right? The train, like where he's like, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. That's like your energy. That's what you're coming through to me. Is you're just staying positive, and you keep moving forward, because you know that's what you have to do. That's what it's going to take to get out of the winter energy and start getting into spring and back into the summer and those seasons of your life. So with this Five of Cups in reverse, it's telling me like you're not letting this situation make you sad, that you probably did feel some sadness at first, like if this was some sort of illness you were dealing with, or even like for someone, it could be a job loss or something like that, a divorce. Like you're not letting it keep you down at all. Like props to you, like kudos to you guys. Whoever this reading's for, you guys are tough, like tough. Like you're not letting this stop you. You're not letting this keep you down. I feel like the snakes in this card could be outside influences. Like people maybe like being like, oh, you can't do that. You're retired. You don't want to get another job. Why would you do that? Or someone being like, you're sick. What are you doing? You need to go home and rest. You need to stay in bed. And I feel like you're not listening. Whatever people are in your life that are maybe not on the same page as you energetically and not understanding you, I feel like you're not listening to them, because you don't want to dwell on this. Whatever this is, you don't want to live in that, because you're more than that. And you see life as more than this. You just see this as a temporary phase. Yeah. Kudos to you guys. You guys are tough. You guys are bears, for real. All right, Spirit. Okay. This is the Two of Swords card. And this did come in reverse as well. I was just looking at the card. So there's a girl like in a bird cage with the door open. And to me, this almost gives me the Eight of Swords vibes, even though it's a Two of Swords. But it's like, okay. She has like these like headlights, like headlight beams coming out of her eyes. And to me, this is like you. It's almost like I was talking about before, the sun on your eyes. Like you close your eyes and you can still feel the sun there. Like, again, it's like this energy of optimism. Like I just keep feeling like it's like the reverse though. Instead of the sun, like you absorbing the sun, it's like you're radiating the sun. Even through this whole situation, you're staying very positive. I just keep seeing like you're radiating the sun here with this card, which I definitely get that from your energy. Like I said, you're very optimistic. You're very positive in this, whatever's going on. The other part of this card is this girl upright. So the Two of Swords is all about making a decision, right? And generally, this is what it's about. It's about making a decision. Now, with this card specifically, with the imaging on this card, this girl is in a bird cage, but she can lift the bird cage off. Like, it's not like she's trapped in a cage and it's locked, like the door's open and there's no bottom to the cage. And so, this is a choice. And it's not just like any sort of decision. This is a choice if you're going to stay trapped or not. And because this is reversed, you realize that this cage isn't even a cage at all. It's just like a mindset. And you refuse to stay in this mindset. You're not going to be in this mindset. Even if these snakes and these people around, who probably represent people around you who are like I said, who are like, you're sick, you need to stay in bed, you need to have chicken soup, or, who are like, you're retired. Why would you want to work? This is supposed to be the best time of your life. Like, it's not their choice, okay? And you're choosing to take your own path and to stay positive and to stay sunny and to radiate your own energy and your own sun in your own life. Again, like I just think that energy is fabulous. You guys are just amazing. I feel like that this is only temporary and you don't want to be trapped. You don't want to trap yourself in a cage. You don't want to trap yourself in negative thoughts. You don't want to be stuck in some weird mental place thinking that you're somehow less than. Spirit's like saying like they don't, like, Spirit's proud of you for not feeling like you're lacking or less than. Because it's really easy, especially with whoever's around you, for you to feel that way, but you're not. Like, you're seeing this as a temporary situation, and Spirit's like, yes, this is only a temporary situation. Obviously, because you have the spring card. Like, whatever you're going through, you're close to your springtime. You're close to this being over, to where you can, like, move forward and grow and emerge from this. Like, it's almost like emerging from a cocoon as a butterfly. Like, you're gonna emerge from this and you're gonna be even more beautiful and more transformed than you were before. I dropped a card when I was shuffling before, so I'm gonna pick it up because that's your next card. Okay. So I have the Page of Wands here. It did fall on the floor reversed. But Spirit is telling me that it's not reversed. It's upright. It is upright. I love that you went from having this gray energy in the cards to all of a sudden getting this fiery, warm energy like the sun, right? It's very much like the sun. Beautiful energy. Yeah, I love that the cards have warmed up. They're like not gloomy and cold anymore, but it's like the sun is coming in. This card has flowers. This card with the fox, it's like, when the snow melts and springtime comes, like all the animals come out and the deer start eating the grass that's just starting to grow, and you start seeing all the flower blooms like the tulips, which are actually, that's the flower that's on here. It looks like there's like red tulips, there's ferns. I think the white flowers are almost like trilliums. But so this card is definitely reminiscent of springtime. And the Page of Wands is generally someone who, it's like a young energy, right? Springtime is always, it's like generally a person's first like spring phase in their life is when they're young and they're learning and they're growing and going to school. And that's what this reminds me of. This is like this almost childlike energy where, like, you can still see some of the gloom, the gray in the background of this card, like that matches like the gray in the first two cards, but then you have all of this new growth and and this new change. So like I said, I knew after seeing this card that spring is right around the corner here for you. I just see you being very positive and very grateful. I feel like you, not only are you taking this situation and you're handling it like a champ, but you're also you have a lot of gratitude for experiencing this and allowing yourself to grow from this. But yeah, with the Page of Wands, this is like you like starting to like live life again and finding your passion. This could be you heading in a new direction in your life as well, like pursuing some sort of new passion or new venture. So like if you, if I could talk. So like if this was a situation where you retired, for example, you're retired and you just weren't feeling being retired or not having a job or something, I feel like with this Page of Wands, this tells me that you might not get back into working, but you're probably going to get into some sort of hobby. And Spirit was just showing me like a sailboat. Like someone's going to be like you're waiting for it to warm up so you can start sailing. Like, or you're working on a sailboat, but I keep seeing a sailboat on the water. But it's like, I just see that if it's something where like you're retired or you have time because you're not working or something, I just see that you're working on some sort of a passion. And you're also taking really good care of yourself after this situation. Like, I just see that, like if you're a woman, like it's like this revived energy where you're going to the salon and you're going to get your hair done and your nails done, and you're like maybe revamping your wardrobe for this new year and this new you. Because it's like, I definitely get this energy of like a rebirth for sure, like this rebirth vibe where everything in spring's kind of coming anew. There's been a transformation from winter to spring, and it's like I said, you have this energy of gratitude coming into this springtime. It's beautiful, whatever this is, beautiful. All right. And I keep wanting to look at the floor, and I don't know why. I thought there was like another card or something down there, but there's not. Okay. One more card, Spirit. What's your advice or information you need to give to the people who picked the spring card? One more card, Spirit. One more card. I'm gonna clarification because I'm like, this is confusing to me a little bit, but all right. So I have the Ten of Swords upright. So this is telling me that for some of you, I feel like for some of you, this was a hard blow and you just didn't want to let anyone see it, that you were that affected by it. No matter what this issue was, for some of you, I keep thinking because the Ten of Swords is a betrayal card, it could be like a divorce or a separation, like some sort of issue in a relationship. For others of you, I think that maybe this betrayal card that comes after this energy of springtime is like this energy of maybe because you weren't listening to people or you were kind of taking your own path, that maybe you feel betrayed by people because they didn't stick by your side through the situation. They were just like trying to chirp in your ear here and like almost like critique how you were handling things. But then it's like, now that you're better, they're gone or they hurt you. I feel like you're so independent and you're so positive and optimistic. I hope that doesn't affect you. I hope that if that is the case where someone, like people decide that they don't want to be in your energy, that because you're a tough cookie. Let me tell you, these cards just show me how strong you are and how willing you are to persevere through something hard like this, right? And so for me, if you feel betrayed after this situation, after you finally get into springtime and you're doing good for yourself and things are better, and maybe you've healed from an illness, or, like things are just better in general, and you can finally kind of get up and get back to your life, and things start feeling normal. And I don't know, if anyone's going to betray you, I feel like they don't deserve to be in your energy or be in your life. I'm just saying. If you have people that are like that in your life that would stab you in the back on a dime, get rid of them. Get rid of them. You don't need them. I feel like it's like you've been emotionally strong this whole time, and then to get this card is like, it's a blow. And the reason I'm saying that, I think it's some sort of a betrayal from a person, or like someone, like, I don't know. It could be someone like talking bad about you or spreading rumors about you, or it could be like, I'm not happy that I pulled that card. I'm not gonna lie. Not that I want everything to be Care Bears and rainbows, but it's like, I feel like this was a treacherous journey, this winter period of your life, and you have spring coming. I mean, you have spring coming, but this betrayal card just blows. It's like, it's a whale in the water, right? With 10 swords. And so like water represents emotions. And I feel like you've been emotionally strong. You've even stayed in calm waters this whole time. And then this happens after the fact, as soon as things start going good for you, that it just tells me, like, I don't know if there's something with jealousy or just, people can be so cruel sometimes. And I'm saying that because I also pulled the Devil, but it's in reverse. So to me, this is like, whatever toxicity people are bringing to you, I think it's, and you feel betrayed or hurt by somebody, I feel like it's temporary. I feel like you realize it's toxic and you're just like, you know what, I don't need this in my life. I just went through this whole ordeal and I don't see a whole lot of people helping you, right? Like, this is very much you going through this alone. I don't have cards with, like, I don't have the Three of Cups here. I don't have the Three of Pentacles here. I don't have all these cards where, like this, where there's like all these people and all these characters helping each other and spending time together. This was a lone journey. You were alone in this. These people did not support you. So then for someone to come back and like, I don't know, they like hurt you, they betray you, they do something to you that affects you emotionally, that's like ridiculous to me. That's awful. But it's very toxic, and I feel like you cut that out. I don't see that you're going to hang out or stick around with that. The last card I have is, again, this very orange, beautiful color. And this is like the Page of Cups. And this card, this is like a hope card. Spirit just keeps telling me, have hope, stay strong, you're going to make it, things are going to be good. You're going to be fine. Like, this is like a kid. There's all these like foxes. Again, another fox. We already had one fox card, which to me represents spring with a Page of Wands. This Page of Cups card is like, this is all about you, like, really starting to love yourself, which is the energy I got from this Page of Wands, even, where you're starting to take care of yourself and really, spring was starting to come into your life. And this is like childlike splendor. Like, you're not going to waste your life on this crap, right? You're not going to waste your life and your tears and your energy on backstabbers and people who are toxic, because it's not worth it. And you know that. You're going to live life in a childlike splendor here. You're truly enjoying life. You are, again, like, so strong. You're the light of the party. There's like this lantern here and these like lights, like strung lights here in this card. And it's just like, you're happy. You're happy. And you're enjoying your life, right? And you're doing more than 99% of the people on the planet do, because most people cannot be happy. Most people cannot enjoy their life. And I think that's where this energy is coming from, where people don't like that you're happy. And they don't like that you handled this situation, whatever it is, you handled it with grace and dignity, and you survived your winter. You come into springtime and you're like reborn, a new person, a better version of yourself, and people don't like it. And that happens. That happens all the time. And it's okay, because you're just going to persevere, and you're doing great. Man, you guys are just so strong, so strong. I love it. I love that this ends on such a happy note. It's so positive. It's so beautiful. All right, Spirit, I need 3 oracle cards for the spring card here. For the people who picked the spring card, what advice, what do you want them to know? Here, what do you want them to know? What's your advice? And again, these cards are the Earthly Soul and Spirit Moon Oracle. And the tarot I used is the Astera Tarot. All right, Spirit, 3 oracle cards here for card number 3, the spring card. Okay, there's first card, second card, third card. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. So the first card I got is Enchanted. And this is definitely the energy I was picking up of you right away. Like, you have this way of, like, making everything around you just glow. And you, like I said, it's like everything's bedazzled. Everything is sequined and shiny and magic when you're around. And that's just your energy. And yeah, I feel like this, whatever the situation is, it doesn't dull you at all. It doesn't dull your spark for a second. It doesn't dull that sunshine energy, that light inside you. It does not dull it for a moment. Like, you stay strong this whole time. You stay true to yourself, and you're still a beacon of light for others. Like, this is beautiful energy, you guys. The next card I have is Breathe. And to me, that is Spirit's like telling you to relax, because I know you're antsy for spring to come. I know you want to get out of this winter phase. You want to get back to being active. You want a full life. You like being busy. You like doing a ton of stuff. And right now, life is not like that for you, right? You want growth, and you want all this stuff. And Spirit's like, it's coming. You're healing from whatever this is. I feel like for a lot of you, this is definitely like this winter phase is something with healing. Again, I think someone who's watching this might have cancer or might be going through chemotherapy and that stuff, and you're tired, but you're staying strong and you're fighting through it. For others, I think it's just like age, or like you've retired and now you feel lost, or it could be anything like that. But I just see that you're staying strong and staying true to yourself, and Spirit's just saying, like, give it time. Like, they're there for you. They're here all the time. Like, you can talk to them. You can ask them for help through this situation. You can ask for guidance. When you feel like you can't walk anymore in the snow, Spirit is telling me, like, ask them for help. Ask them for the strength to keep moving forward, right? Although I don't think you need it, because I think you're tough, but I think you're super strong. You're like the bear. But I feel like, it's okay for you to step back and relax once in a while. It's okay for you to have hard days. It's okay. Spirit's saying, like, it's okay for you to feel things. Like, you don't have to shut your emotions off to get through this. It's okay if you feel things. It's okay. That's life. But I mean, you're handling this beautifully, and your spring is like right around the corner. If this is something you're going through right now, which is February 2023, I feel like you're almost done. I feel like you're at the tail end of whatever this is. I know February is a very stagnant energy. Most of the readings I've done, it's like there's no action. It's all like waiting. And I think that's what your energy is right now. It's just like, waiting for things to get better, or waiting for something to happen. And Spirit's like, breathe. Everything's going to happen in divine time. We got you. Relax. But I do feel like probably the March, middle to end of March, maybe even into April, that's when you're really going to see this like energy turn around to where you start really pampering yourself and enjoying yourself. Like I was saying, it's like you emerge almost a different person. Like it's not that you're different, you're just a better version of yourself. You're still the same person. I just see that whatever this was that you went through, you come out a hell of a lot stronger and a hell of a lot better, and it's like you're a much better version of yourself, whatever this winter season was in your life. And the last card I have is Nurture here. And this is beautiful because this is kind of the energy I was getting, you know, like Spirit is saying, like, it's okay to pamper yourself. It's okay for you to take care of yourself, for you to indulge and to enjoy life. Even though this is like a winter phase and it's tough and it's hard, and I feel like it's mentally taxing for you and emotionally taxing, and it's like been this uphill battle nonstop every day, and you have to take things just a day at a time. It's okay for you to enjoy life still. It's okay that while you're in this situation, it's okay for you to do things that you love. It's okay for you to go to movies. It's okay for you to go out for a cup of coffee. It's okay to enjoy life, because I feel like those are like the sequins on the tree from the first card, right? Those are the things that like keep you optimistic. And Spirit says like that's the most important thing, is to remember how the sun feels on your face, you know, when you get into spring and summertime. That even though right now you're in this cold energy, this cold winter space, that it's not going to stay like that. It's very temporary. Everything in life is temporary. But if you remember, like, the beauty of what's going to come to you, and if you really practice self-care and self-love, like, when you emerge from this, like, it's just going to be infinitely better for you. Like, don't beat yourself up for stuff. Don't listen to other people either. Like, I'm definitely getting this big message that I feel like there's people that are in your space or energy that aren't mentally or emotionally in a healthy space themselves. And so Spirit's saying, like, don't let them affect you. And I don't think you are with this 5 of Cups reversed here, like I was saying before. But I mean, with that 10 of Swords card, I'm definitely getting this, like, this energy of almost like, because I feel like your journey's very much alone, and I feel like you're very secluded. And Spirit's saying it's okay for you to be just secluded. Just make sure, you know, it's okay to seclude yourself from others, so you're not having to deal with people's opinions or whatever they have to say about this situation, you know, because I know people can be nosy rosies, and everyone wants to put their input in because everyone's an expert on everything, right? And even though they've never gone through it, or they haven't, you know, like, they're not going through your situation specifically, apparently everyone's an expert, and they have to give you their opinions on it, or give you their opinions on it. And Spirit, it's like, it's okay for you to seclude yourself. That's a big message. It's okay for you to seclude yourself, especially like this Nurture card. Like, this person's out in the woods, and I mean, I definitely get this tree vibe, this nature vibe, like, because I feel like you love nature, like I was picking up from the beginning. So it's okay for you to go out in nature and to connect with nature, connect with Mother Earth, you know, garden and do all of those things. And it's okay for you to seclude yourself from other people and toxic energies during this time, because I feel like that's not helpful to you at all anyways. But Spirit is definitely saying, like, give yourself time, give yourself peace, grace, give yourself grace during this time, that you're a rock star. You're handling this so well. And Spirit's very proud. Whatever this winter phase of your life is, Spirit's very proud of you, and they knew that you were going to be okay, and that you were going to handle this, and you will find happiness, right? Happiness is going to be here for you. All right, those are the messages I have for you, card 3. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry for all the interruptions, because I'm going to have to edit the crap out of this video, but I'm glad I got through it. Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.